There might be a lot of other things that you might want to know. And it might also give you an idea that tomorrow night whether I can fit that in, or I can give you solutions to your problems now. And I would like to leave this meeting open for that purpose, instead of carrying on, endlessly, keeping you here for an hour or two. I think rather than that, I give you the opportunity of asking questions on what I've dealt with, or if anything else beside. If it will be covered tomorrow, then I'll tell you so. But if I can help you now, I will help you now with your questions. So with these words, I say, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very grateful for this community in Geneva for creating this opportunity for me to share with you my thoughts on the subject Christianity and Islam, or rather, as I said, Judaism, Christianity and Islam. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
And I'm sure all of us have enjoyed the outspoken sincerity in every word Brother Deedat said. Now is the time for questions and answers. I would kindly request you to have one question at a time, by one person at a time.
It's always a question repeating itself between the Christian and the Muslim, the Christianity and Islam, that we say always that Islam is a whole system of life, and the Christian, they said, well, also we have our 10 commandments, and it's also a system of life. So I would like very much our brother Mr. Deedat to explain us the difference between the Islamic system and the Christianity system. Thank you.
As I was saying, you see, there is a relationship, there is a continuity, a continuation in the teachings. There's a relationship between the teaching of Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. One is a complement to the other, a completion of the other. See, in the time of Jesus Christ, he came to prescribe for the sickness of the Jews. But in the process, this mighty messenger of God, as soon as he opened his mouth, he estranged his people. His people were not happy with his preaching. And he was on the run, so to say. Every time he opened his mouth, the Jews somehow wanted to pick up stones to stone him. And he's running here, running there. A man who is on the run, he has not got the opportunity to give you the whole gamut of religion, to give you all the solutions to your problems. So he did say, before he parted, in the Gospel of St. John, in the Bible, he says, I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now, meaning you haven't got that capacity. He's got the knowledge God has given him that can cater for mankind's needs till doomsday, Yawm al-Qiyamah. But the people to whom he was addressing, they were not fit to receive it. So he said, howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. There's somebody coming after him, whom he describes as the Spirit of truth. So when he is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak from himself, but what things shall he hear, that shall he speak. And he shall declare unto you the things that are to come. He shall glorify me. Now we say, here it is. He's telling you that somebody else is to come after him to guide mankind into all truth. Means solve all the problems. Solution to all the problems. And we say that that Spirit of truth is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I'll be dealing with that in detail in the third lecture. I hope you'll bear with me till then, you see. That will be part of the third lecture. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, you had something? Come.
In your lecture, there was one particular point which is on which I want to make a question on, a clarification about. And that is that you mentioned that Islam is a culmination of the Semitic religions. As a Muslim, I always understood that Islam is a culmination of all religions, whether it is Semitic or other religions. Because in the Holy Quran itself, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum, the concept is this, that all the religions, they evolved eventually into Islam. How could you kindly sort of clarify this point? Thank you.
The question was, if it's not properly taken in by the recorder there, the question was that I had said that Islam is the culmination of the teachings of Moses and Jesus. Whereas we believe, we Muslims, that Islam is the culmination of all religions. It's true. But now, since we were dealing with these three, I said, look, the world can be divided safely into two major groups of religions, Aryan and Semitic, and we left Aryan one side. I said, here is a relationship, even a genetic relationship through ancestry, Father Abraham. We are all going back to Father Abraham. And as such, now there is a very close relationship in the belief in prophethood, in the belief of Holy Scriptures. All these things, we are so close. So in that relationship, I was showing that Islam is the culmination of these. But, as you quoted rightly, the Quran says, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. That this day I have perfected for you your religion. Wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati, and have completed my favors unto you. Wa raditu lakum al-islam ad-dina, and have willed that Islam should be your religion. It is the culmination of all faiths, all religions. But since we are dealing with those three, I use it in that sense. Thank you.
Something that I hear, and I'm not sure of it. You said about the law, one eye for one eye, tooth for tooth. In Islam, it's so quick, and we do not have prison. I want to know, is that right? That if we want to apply Islam in the modern life, we will have imputation, we will have cutting the head. Are we going to finish the prison? And for example, if you want to say it's very correct, if you cut a part of a man that the woman hasn't got it, how are you going to do something which would be equal? I'm sorry to give you a very rough example.
It's quite enough. You see, what I was telling you was that a law as given by God through Moses was an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Was that from God? The Christians say yes, the Jews say yes. God gave such a law, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And the adulterer and the adulteress must be stoned to death. Where is it? It's in the Bible, in the book of Leviticus.
So
if you are a Jew...
Like that, sorry to interrupt.
Yes, yes.
It means if someone commits adultery,
Yes.
we should have him stoned. But
Yes.
if I'm Muslim,
Yes.
alhamdulillah.
Yes.
But if I have read correctly,
Yes.
I think it is not possible to give this sentence to anyone by any present Islamic ayatollah or greater than him. Because that man with that woman should be seen at the time of committing this adultery by 4 persons which are saint enough. And I don't know, it's another question and probably I don't want to get...
Let's finish one at a time. We'll finish it. Give everybody a chance and you can come back to your other questions.
Thanks a lot.
Yes. You see, I think you are jumping the gun. Look, we were talking about this was the law. Now, for adultery, for example, I said the Old Testament, which the Jews and the Christians accept as the word of God, in it they are told that the adulterer and the adulteress must be stoned to death. So if you're a Jew, I said, look, that's your book. If you're a Christian, I said, that's your book.
I'm a man.
No. I'm just giving an idea. See it? Now, with regards to adultery in Islam, that law is there, that you need 4 witnesses. And if 4 persons testify that